Hey, oh, that's my headphone. That's it. What about how come it ain't connecting? Disconnected. Just connected through here. What's up with it, y'all? We're about to get into something tonight, and you know it. Just give me a minute. Music's playing on my headphones. I'm trying to understand why. Real fast. Oh, it's oh, that's why it's playing right there. That thing was loud too. Let me turn it down. I'm up there wondering why my music wasn't playing. The music was on. So what's up with it, y'all? Yeah, we about to get into something a little different that I put together. Just because I was basically thinking about like us, like the way we think in life, the way we think as we go about life, how we live in our minds without knowing that we live, like we literally living in our minds. So I was trying to figure out a way to explain that, and I came up with a nice little explanation that I'm about to I put together, and I'm gonna kind of let go. I put together a nice little listen that we can kind of listen to and hear it, and then on the note of hearing it, I'm gonna throw in my 2 cents to kind of fill in the blanks of how I'm gonna fill in the blanks. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to fill in the blanks. I don't know everything. Don't get me wrong, but I got enough. But let's see if it plays right.
Humans live in their minds.
Okay, yeah, okay, bam. What's up with it, Matthew? Dang, you gonna spam high? We hear you, we hear you. We hear you. We hear you, Kashmir, and everybody else. We hear you. Hi, 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 hi. I'm new. Man, I'm glad you knew. I'm glad you here. I'm glad you here. I'm glad, everybody. It's a lot of new people. Like the new people that's here, if you just getting here, we be talking about a lot of stuff. A lot of times we be diving into psychedelics. We talk about everything. Like there's nothing that we don't talk about. A lot of times you won't see that the name the name is always not always pertaining to the video. And then a lot of times what I do is I kind of open up the channel so other people can come and share their experiences and share their stories. What's up with it? What's up with it, love? What's up with it, American? Oil, please. Matthew, everybody on YouTube. YouTube always be throwing me out there for everybody to check out. But in this video, like I was saying, is I want to get into talking about, how we could possibly live in our minds. Like I was gonna do like the Emerald Tablet thing today, but I think I'm gonna wait to do it tomorrow because I kind of want to talk about this. And then once I kind of play this and we talk about that, it'll be open. Like I'll open up the Discord and let people come in and, as I usually do, and we'll chop it up then. But I hope y'all all having a good night. It's like 80 something degrees right now out here. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hot right now. It's kind of hot. What made y'all tune into the video anyway? I see people spamming in there, like in the chat, like what made you tune in? We can get into that first. What made you tune in? Did YouTube just share it to you just now? Because y'all didn't know what I was going to talk about, especially if y'all not here. Is that the Anunnaki in the background? Yeah, no, okay, like I tried to do a video of Thoth. Because if you don't know, like I had experiences where I've met Thoth, the Atlantean, which he didn't look like this. He had the bird, he had the beak head with the nibis, the ibis, whatever that bird is. But that's Thoth, the Atlantean. I tried to do a little thing on that because I don't know. A lot of my experiences I've seen and met that entity, you know, that was like kind of tripping out because I was there. It was like kind of looking at me like, "How'd you get here?" And in my head, I'm going, "I don't even know myself." But I was up with a young guy. It's winter here, and I was just doom scrolling. Oh yeah, no doubt. He said I was just doom scrolling. But he said, no, no, that's not the Anunnaki. Dang, I seen Anunnaki before too. That's why sometimes I kind of like coming in on these lives and going over a lot of my old experiences so people can catch up and see, because there'd be a lot of new people popping in and they don't know about a lot of the stuff we talk about until they actually get here and start listening in. Like I said, this is the psychedelic channel. We dive in on psychedelics, but then we talk about life too. I try to keep it like right now and how the mind works, while we look at things the way we look at them and see them the way we see them. And it's something that you can change and you can make different. But I don't want to go all into that. But what's up with it, young God? I'm glad you back, bro. We gonna dive into this video I got that what happened? What happened? What happened? Yeah, you gonna, after I'm done with this, you're gonna have to give me a minute because I already started up. Dang. Okay, well, if you do, we'll watch it tomorrow. Okay. All right. But yeah, we're gonna dive into this humans live in their mind. He said, "Do you blow?" Yeah, usually that's what we do. We come here, we kind of just sit back and we smoke and we chop it up. Like that's what we kind of do. I don't, not as much anymore. I do not partake as much, but I still do. Ain't no doubt about that. I still do, but not right now. Not in this video. It's not in the plans. But all in all, I'm about to dive into it right now. Into if we live in our minds, what it could possibly be and how.
Humans live in their minds through a constant interplay of thoughts, emotions, memories, and perceptions. This inner world shapes how they experience life and interact with the world around them. Here's a break.
Huh? I don't know where it's at. We'll go. You can go use it, but don't come in no more because I'm trying to listen to a video and yeah, you throwing me off. I ain't hearing what's being said. But let's start all over because
humans live in their minds through a constant interplay of thoughts, emotions, memories, and perceptions. This inner world shapes how they experience life and interact with the world around them. Here's a breakdown of how this works.
Hey, that's wild because when you start actually seeing that you kind of generate and create reality, why you still can't change it? Because it's like you can figure it out and have the notion and know this thing, but it's like it still don't really kick all the way in. It's almost like your mind to change and it take a minute for the body to kind of catch up, or reality to catch up in that fact. I don't know, but it seems like it take for one to happen and then the other one tries to catch it.
How 1. Thoughts. Internal
What's
dialogue.
up, Richard?
Humans continuously think, often engaging in a mental conversation with themselves. This internal dialogue helps them make decisions, solve problems, and reflect on their experiences.
Hey, that's crazy because that's one thing right there that I know I seen on Mushies, to where I like every thought would create a reality, that I would be in a reality, experiencing a reality, not this one, something different as a whole different person. And while I'm talking to somebody, one sentence will get put in another reality to where I'll be in another reality, a whole different place as another person, continuing the sentence of that person. And it just kind of kept jumping. And it was jumping so much like you won't even figure out which one. Sometimes you will get back to yours and yours won't even be yours. Like you'll be thinking it's something else.
Imaginations and daydreams. The mind can create scenarios, imagine possibilities, and explore ideas that aren't directly related to the immediate physical environment.
That's one right there. We ain't yapping about nothing. That's one right there that kind of gets me, because We can look at this reality and we can think that our mind doesn't create this whole reality, but when you go to sleep and you have a dream, everything within the dream is actually you. I don't care whether it's the tire screeching on the curb, the grass blowing in the wind that's actually blowing the trees. Everything in the dream is your mind creating, and it can look the same as this. Like, our minds is that powerful to where it can make this all over and change a couple of things in it. But our mind is that powerful. Then we live in reality and we don't think that we create this reality at the same time, which is kind of trippy because the dreams just do it even more. It's like almost like you don't even have no control in there. You'll just be doing whatever or following whatever's happening in the dream. That's what I find myself doing. And I dream every time I sleep.
Emotions. Emotional responses. Emotions are powerful drivers of human behavior. They can color experiences and influence how people perceive and react to situations. For example, fear might make someone avoid a certain situation, while joy might make them seek it out.
And I hope you really caught that right there. Because when you start to even see that your emotions influence a lot of the things you do, because you get certain feelings out of it. That's why you do it. And like we was talking about this earlier when I was on the live. It's like our emotions play a big part in the decisions we make in life. Because if it make us feel bad, we don't want it. It's almost eating something nasty. Like, you don't want to eat that, it's nasty. Or the vice versa. Would you say, young guy, we have new people in the group that don't know what you talking about, Trues? Oh, dang, man, my bad. What's up? Like, yeah, in a minute. Oh yeah, no, I'm said they don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna get thrown all over the place. Humans live in their minds. That's what I named the video. That's basically what I'm talking about. Like, the possibility of us of the outside world being the inside world pushed out. You mean like we live in our minds, and like our minds help us create and generate the reality that we actually live in. Like, things that happen within your life, or whether things you like or things you didn't like. You feel me? How it kind of shaped your reality and the way you see things now, and we still let those things play a part right now. It's like crazy. Even if we recognize them, they still do the same thing. It's like, it's weird. So like, yeah, that's what I was basically talking about tonight on this video. You feel me? Mixed in with a gang of other stuff. So if you didn't catch it, like, dang, like, you can't rewind the video. You can't rewind the video. I should have just pre-recorded it and uploaded it. Now I don't like doing that though. I don't like doing pre-records. I like to just be live. I like to be lit. Every time I do a pre-recorded video, it don't get a lot of views. So it's like when we just in here kind of just talking about shit, it'd be different. You feel me? But let's go on and keep going.
Emotional memories. Past experiences, especially those tied to strong emotions, leave a lasting imprint on the mind. These memories can influence future thoughts and behaviors.
That's wild to think about too, because it's like somebody passing, or a breakup. You feel me? Like, it be these small things, but we make them bigger than what they are, and then they start to play a role in the certain decisions that we make along the way. And sometimes it don't be a good role, like, because you'll break up with somebody, like, and this is what's crazy, right? And I'm gonna put it in a way to where you can throw anything on that and it applies the same way. So say if the person that you broke up with, you was really in love with, their favorite color was black, right? That's all they love. They, every time you see them, they got on black shirt, black pants, black hat. Like, and you ask, black is their favorite color. When y'all break up, emotionally, you hurt, you damaged. Anybody that comes to you that has on black, you're not going to want to have nothing to do with, because of that one little thing. But now you can take that thing of just being black and of wearing black, and then you can say, okay, they used to like to eat tortilla chips. and then a dude eats some tortilla chips that might be a good dude is talking to you, and then you don't want to talk to him because they eating them same Doritos that Kevin ate, and he was a, you know what he did. So it'll be, you can put anything in that position and it'll play that role. And that's how, our minds create these certain stop signs along the way. It's like, we in our own way or some shit. I don't know. But
Memories.
wait, hold on. Let me read this.
Long-term memory. Humans store in
Wait, let me go back a little. Let me catch that, young guy. It's kind of like that movie Osmosis Jones. The same living cells in our body are in the world and they own. Wait. And cells in our body is in a world of their own. Yeah, exactly. And but I think that's like us being who we are. We take these things and we travel through those different worlds, but we can call them feelings. But we can take those feelings. That's what I was saying about, like when people used to dive in and they talk about, you can save different worlds and different things in crystals. We save memories and feelings in almost everything. We save these feelings and these memories and all this stuff and these things. Like, that's why you get that wedding ring, you feel me? You be having that wedding ring, and every time you look at it, you go, dang, it remind you of that day y'all did get married. So, you put that, you instilled that in that thing. You feel me? Or it's like we save parts of ourselves in everything that we see, everything that we collect. But it's like kind of weird because even in your lives that you lived before, there's things that you got right now that you had in past lives that you lived. Now, let's say you lived in Egypt, right? You lived in Egypt. You had you a Anubis statue. You in Egypt, right? You live in Egypt. You got a Anubis statue. In that lifetime, that was something that was dear to you. So in this lifetime, when you got all the way up to here, you didn't get that Anubis statue, but you went and got things that were shaped or had the same form as that Anubis statue, like your lotion bottle. You feel me? How the lotion bottle has that little dog head so it can pump. See, you didn't get the one that you pop the top up like that and squeeze. You got the one that with the pump like that because in this other lifetime, you had that Anubis statue. So it's like we this certain energy that keep changing forms, but just because we change the form, like we hold on to some of the energies, and those energies change form in this reality also. So in this reality, that's why that we'll get into that another day though. Dang, I was about to go deep with that one right there, but we'll get into that on another day, bro, because that goes with experiences.
Humans store information about their past experiences, which shapes their identity and understanding of the world. These memories are constantly accessed and influence current behavior and decision-making.
Which is crazy because even when you think about the memories and the things that you saved, you didn't just save them as like, I fell off my bike. You saved it as like, dang, I hurt myself because I fell off my bike. You saved it in a pain way, or you saved this one in a loving way. It's like all these different things are happening, but they're creating the same feelings. Like we can put the outside thing on it, but it's creating the same feeling. So it's like, I forgot what I was gonna say. I had it though.
Short-term memory.
Oh my God.
The mind temporarily holds information to solve problems or carry out tasks. This is crucial.
That's the good one though, right there. How it holds different information, like I was saying about falling off a bike. Like it'll store it as painful. So then you start to develop and learning how to ride better and not making, like with anything, you start to learn not to make those mistakes no more because that thing right there was so painful. It's like, it's trippy, bro, because it play out in the it's the same
These memories
pattern.
are constantly accessed and influence current behavior and decision making.
Okay.
Short-term memory. The mind temporarily holds information to solve problems or carry out tasks.
That quick stuff.
This is crucial for day-to-day functioning. 4.
Eating.
Perception.
Sleeping.
Sensory input. The mind interprets sensory information, sight, sound, touch, etc., to construct an understanding of the surrounding environment.
Which is wild because if it's doing all that, that means that it's taking what you already got. It's not looking at it all the time for what it is. It's making a its own concept on like that thing right there, on like what you already built in your mind for it to be. Oh, what's up with it, Green Buds? Been a minute. He say, young God, I forgot some of my memories unless someone remind me. Then I remember it again. Yeah, that's what I was just, bro. A young God, I was just saying that to my girl, bro. But wait, hold on, let me see this Rose neighborhood, kind of like planting seeds of frequency. I can dig it. Oh, dang, yeah, that's deep, bro. That's deep. Yeah, like it's like planting seeds. But that's what I was gonna answer that one. I forgot some of my memories unless someone remind me, then I remember it. I do that so much, bro. I do that so much, and it's crazy because you kind of dig a hole for yourself when you start explaining the reasons why you do that. Because some things you just wanted to let go because you didn't either like it or you might have just forgot it. It probably created it was a bad memory. And like some of those bad things we don't want to save. We want to save all the good times. We don't save all the bad times. We try to forget it because the way it make us feel on a daily basis. So what we do is we try to jog it out of our memory. And like I dug myself in the hole telling this to my girl. I'm like trying to tell her, some of the things, I remember, I don't remember. And I caught myself and I said, dang, that's scandalous. So even the things that you didn't like about me, that you bring up, that I forgot about, that I forgot that I did, I forgot on purpose. It's like I forgot on purpose. You feel me? I can't say I didn't do it on purpose. I forgot on purpose because that was a memory I didn't want to say because I knew I was wrong or whatever not. But we don't always do it like that. But that's one of the scenarios. That's just one way.
This interpretation is not always objective. It can be influenced by emotions, past experiences, and expectations. Subjective
We live off
reality.
the past.
Each person perceives the world differently based on their mental state, beliefs, and prior experiences.
Now I got to play that again because that's one thing that I see and I started to notice is like the way that I talk is perceived differently by everybody. And I'm starting to see, like, in my mind, I can see why I'm the one creating how you sound when you talk to me. Like, I understand why every time when I go in on the experience, it showed that I'm creating my reality in that way. Like, even when somebody's talking to me, it's just me talking to myself. Because the way I hear that person, whether their voice is deep or whatever, the way I perceive the way I hear them, it's not going to be the same as the way you hear them. You feel me? Especially if you already look at that person in a bad way. Like, somebody said something about Sad Guru and somebody was like, not Sad Guru, because everybody have their own perception of what Sad Guru is and how he is. So I'm just going, this is like crazy that we even do that thing right there. Like you can be talking to me a certain way and I can take it as being mean and it won't be that though. You won't be coming off like that, but that's the way I'll take it. So it's like, yeah.
Is not always objective. It can be influenced by emotions, past experiences, and expectations. Subjective reality. Each person perceives the world differently based on their mental state, beliefs, and prior experiences. This subjective reality is the lens through which they view the world.
Dang, that's wild though. Like if that is so, like dang, when you would have to go back and see everything that you did to see why you perceive things the way that you do. Like you would have to go over your whole lifetime and actually see why and see what happened here, what happened there. Which that's the one thing I like about diving in, because that's what it do. It'll show you why you don't like broccoli. It'll show you why you don't like people that smoke cigarettes. It'll show you why you don't swim and why. It'll take you all the way back to the thing that happened that made you stop liking or loving that thing. And it's like, dang, that's a beautiful thing if everybody can actually do that, because then you can see how you actually made the path that you're on right now. You can see how you built the yellow brick road, if you get what I'm saying.
Hash 5. Beliefs and values. Core beliefs. These are deeply held views about oneself, others, and the world. They guide decisions, shape behaviors, and influence how people interpret events.
That's a deep one. That's a deep one, because if you think about it, damn, that's crazy, because it make you see why different sects of Christians don't get along, or because you done built up this way that you look at life, and it kind of pushes you away from the ones that are opposite of that don't believe that, or not into that, which is like trippy, bro. But it's just like a part that we do. But let me play that once more again, because I kind of
Core
threw me
beliefs.
off.
These are deeply held views about oneself, others, and the world. They guide decisions, shape behaviors, and influence how people interpret events.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I was getting at, because like you cannot like a certain race of people because of one person that did something to you. You feel me? And it's like, it'll shape you not liking all these people because of that thing. I think that's what I was trying to get at, but I had something
Values.
else. It's like I've been forgetful.
Values are
lately,
principles or standards that a person holds as important. They guide actions and decisions, helping individuals navigate their lives.
which is trippy.
6. Identity and self-concept. Self-identity. A person's sense of who they are, including their roles, traits, and attributes, is formed in the mind. This self-concept influences how they interact with others and how they see themselves in the broader world.
That is trippy, because you say you're a man, and then you go, well, I'm not just a man, I'm a black man. And then it's like, wait, hold on, I'm not just a black man, I'm a middle-aged black man. Oh, I'm not just a middle-aged black man, I'm a middle-aged black man. You start adding all the layers to that one thing, bro, and that shit is true, huh? When I walk out of this room, man, see, you throwing me off. I know it was
Identity
something.
and self-concept. Self-identity. A person's sense of who they are,
Ask Mama.
including their roles,
Ask Mama
traits,
right now,
and
Blake.
attributes, is formed in the mind. This self-concept influences how they interact with others and how they see themselves in the broader world. Ego. The ego represents the mind's way of organizing thoughts, experiences, and desires in a manner that helps a person navigate life. Our 7.
Dang.
Imagination and
Help you the way
creativity.
you
Creative thinking. The mind
navigate
can create
life,
new
wow.
ideas, concepts, and solutions by combining and reinterpreting existing knowledge. This creativity is a unique aspect of human consciousness. Imaginary worlds. People often create entire worlds in their minds, whether through storytelling, planning, or fantasizing about possibilities.
That's one of the ones that kind of threw me, because that just lets you know, when we talk about everybody don't live in the same world. I don't care what you think. We all don't even though we walking on the same planet, we all don't live in the same world. Everybody got their own view on the world. That's why I'll be like, dang, when people die, like when one person died, he take his world with him. The world that he built, that he created, that he accepted, that he said was. When a person dies, a man, woman, anything dies, it takes the world. The whole world dies. Though it doesn't matter who it is. It don't matter who it is. When one of us die, the whole world. That's because that's the world that they built, that they created, that they accepted, that they learned along the way, and that's the world they seen at their death. Boom, it's gone. No, now, some of the people that knew him might have bits and pieces of it, but it don't make up that whole world that they generated and made theirs, because any one of us right now, you looking out of your world. You look. That's why, like, dang, Scarface, the world is yours on the blimp. You looking out at the world. The only thing you see is your perception of it. You're not looking at it through nobody else's eyes. It's damn near impossible to do that. You feel me? You can say, oh, I get it. I get what they saying. But no, this is from your perspective, because you only can see it through your eyes. You can't see it through nobody else's. This is the world that you created, which is like wow to even accept and just see. It's crazy.
8.
He said not good.
Conscious and unconscious mind.
conscious
Conscious
and
mind.
unconscious mind.
This is the part of the mind that is aware of thoughts, feelings, and surroundings at any given moment. It is responsible for logical thinking and decision making. Unconscious mind.
What?
Much of human behavior is influenced by the unconscious mind, which stores memories, fears, desires, and automatic responses. It operates below the level of conscious awareness,
Oh,
but
I
plays a
didn't know that
crucial role in
part.
shaping thoughts and behaviors. 9. Social and cultural influences. Cultural narratives. The mind is influenced by the cultural stories and norms that shape a person's understanding of the world and their place in it.
I was just saying that the man, then being the black man, because your culture shapes a part of your reality at the same time as the other things do. It's like all these things play a part in shaping this thing, but they all go through you first. Yeah, it's like they all got to go through you. Like you the one said, "Oh, okay, yeah, I put the stamp on it. This is what it is."
Social identity. Humans often see themselves in the context of social groups, such as family, community, or nation, which influences their thoughts and actions.
I was
10.
thinking about that,
Mind-body
right?
connection.
I was thinking about that because me looking at life as being a reflection of the mind. Now it like kind of it had me thinking about when you look at the world, we worry about how who in the world, how they view us. So like we don't try to like change ourselves or the me who I think I am. I moreover try to change the world. Like I go out and I try to change the world. Like one of the probably most impossible things to do because but looking at it as that reflection, it's like why don't I change the me that is looking in the mirror instead of trying to change that reflection, which is might be the same thing. But that reflection is what you're looking at when you go and you look in the mirror and you go, oh, I need to fix this. I need to shave. I need to do all these things. So when I go out and everybody see me, I look a certain way. So it's like you trying to change that reflection of yourself. So when everybody see it, they can perceive it see it in a good way and they don't judge it or something.
Psychosomatic effects. The mind and
Psychosomatic
body are deeply
effects.
interconnected. Mental states can affect physical health, and vice versa. For example, stress can lead to physical symptoms like headaches or stomach issues. Mindfulness. Being aware of the present moment, often through practices like meditation, can help people live more fully in the present and reduce the influence of negative thoughts and emotions.
Yeah, you can turn them off. You can turn them off. Like once you can like turn off that negative thought process, like which I don't think it stops. I don't think it stops, but you can slow it down for times at a time to where it ain't the only thing you focusing on. It's like wow, because once you start to focus on the negative, that's all you gonna see. Like you're not gonna see nothing else. You're not gonna see the good. You're only gonna see that bad thing that you're creating because that's what you want to see because you're saying the world is bad. Like if you go around saying the world is bad, it's gonna show you why it's bad. It's almost like the algorithm like on your phone. You feel me? Like you can be talking to somebody about something and you can open your soon as you open your phone, it's gonna show you 10 videos of that thing you was just talking about. And then if you looking to buy something, every time you open up an app, it's gonna have, boom, it's gonna have that product right there. Going, hey, you can buy it right here for this much. Look, you can buy it over here for this much. It's the same. The algorithm is the same in the world, in the universe. Like this is how and I don't even want to call it the universe because it's your mind. This is your mind doing all this. So once you say something and you say, okay, well, yeah, everybody always getting killed. That's all you're going to start to see. You're going to just see the death. You're going to see it everywhere. You're going to see it happening over here. You're going to see it happening over there because that's what you want to see. And now, even if you change it and say, okay, everything good is happening, it's not going to stop the bad thing from happening either. And you looking at it the other way, it's not going to stop I ain't saying it's going to stop the good from happening, but it's just going to make you have bad feelings all the time. You're going to always feel some type of way. And that's what you don't. I think that's the part like it's hard to not get stuck in of always feeling some type of way about everything because you can get trapped in that feeling and then life will become that feeling. no matter what you do. When you wake up, the coffee machine not working. You feel me? You done burnt your biscuits. You feel me? You don't want to take a bath, the bathtub dirty. The dog done shitted on the couch. You be like, you'll drive yourself crazy. What's up, Blake? No, you gotta go in there until I'm done. And don't slam my door. But you gotta go in there. What? Okay, then. So when you ask mom, she say no, but when you ask me, I say yeah. All right then. But now look. Okay, but I said when I'm done, so you have to wait till I'm done. Ay, ay, ay. Mama said no, so I gotta come and I gotta ask you because I know you gonna say yeah. I always wonder what a death. Oh, I need to read it right there. I always wonder what a death or a blind person DMT experience would look like. Didn't we look at that? Young God, I could have sworn we looked at a video of a blind person. I don't know if he dived in on Dimitri or he dived in on Mushies. But if I ain't mistaken, I think he was trying to say he didn't see nothing. Like he didn't have nothing. No visuals, no colors or none of that. No, so dang, bro, but if that's true, wait, hold on. Matter of fact, we about to find that right now. Bro, I'm tripping. I forgot. We can go find it. We can go find it and we can play it because it's fair use. Blind man takes psychedelics. I said blind man. Let me see. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I got it right here. He say, what does blind person see during the DMT breakthrough? That's 3 minutes. Blind people, let me see. Cause it got so many of them, bro. But the one that I seen, he didn't see nothing. And then I had these other ones. I wonder if they blind. Hold on, I'm about to play it. Let me mute this real fast, and we gonna just go on and play it. I ain't. It's fair use, so I shouldn't get in trouble at all. But we're gonna. I gotta speed it up. Hold on. I'm trying to speed it up. Let me get it ready before I even play it. Oh, okay, I got it. Let me speed it up a little more just in case because these sounded the same. Okay, look. Now here we go right here. Okay, hold on. I upload the Discord right now so we can talk on Discord. But let me just play this real fast. The blind man on experience on psychedelics, which I think this the one that I seen. If I ain't mistaken, man, I don't even think he did it. So I'm not. I don't know. So we just gonna listen to it and see because I don't know if he. I don't remember if he did it or not. But fair use, YouTube. So you feel me?
Psychedelic drugs. So here's the thing. I'm blind since birth, right? So I've never seen. Therefore, my mind doesn't know how to see. My brain doesn't know how to see. So, a drug wouldn't be able to make me see. I mean, if it could, don't you think I'd take it every day? People talk about different things that they see when they take these kinds of drugs. They see.
See, that's wild, right? Because he basically saying that, he never seen. So I don't think he did it, man. I don't think he did it. I don't even want to finish this video. Because he's saying what's the name a little bit too much. He's saying it a little bit too much. But hold on, let me share the Discord. So I might have to check another one. I don't think he did it.
different sorts of hallucinations. They see the walls breathe, perhaps, or they see trails coming off of things. None of those things would work for me, right? It just wouldn't work. It's sort of like dreaming, right?
So see, because he basically what he said is, if if he don't know what none of these things is, how would he be able to see them? Okay. So this the one I seen too a long time ago. So I was right. I don't think he actually did it. I don't think he did it. He just saying that it wouldn't work for him. So I'm gonna have to jump in. I'm about to have to go to somebody else. We're gonna go to somebody else. Hold on. Let me share Discord real fast. Let me share Discord, and then I'll find somebody else real fast. Come on now. Okay. Oh yeah, there go the Discord right there. Now I'm gonna jump to another one. We gonna find out right now, young guy, cause that's something I kind of want to know too. What's up with it, Tim? What it do, right? Okay, here goes somebody else. Hold on, let me mute it just to make sure they ain't playing no music before I play it. And I knew they was. Oh wow, this gonna be good. Here, I got this a good one too, young guy, cause he said he got somebody to do Dimitri. What? Well, I'm gonna let him say it right now. We can listen to this one. The Fair Use YouTube, Fair Use. This from Vivek channel. If y'all Vivek be talking about a lot of psychedelic experiences too, so check him out.
I got someone who was blind from birth to smoke DMT. A post by that one guy 1001 on the Shroomery forums 8 years and 5 months ago. I had what is probably the greatest experience I've ever had today, and it wasn't even my own. I had a couple points of bundleweed DMT saved in the fridge for a while for this very day, not knowing when it may happen. My buddy Cody was driven up here for Christmas by his brother yesterday. He is congenitally blind from birth. He was born with a type of disease that I cannot pronounce or spell, and he is a frequent cannabis smoker. When I got up this morning, he had a small breakfast of fruit, and then I removed the DMT from the fridge and explained to him what it was, as well as the process, and I had a theory. His visual cortex is completely intact. It's just that he doesn't actually have eyes that work. So, in theory, he should be able to have a DMT experience with his own mind. He has never had any true psychedelics before today, as the duration of the experiences puts him off from it. My theory was that, never having had the experience of vision, he would not be able to describe what it was that happened, but I would be able to tell if it did based on his reaction. So, I convinced him it was worth the 10 minutes it takes, and convinced him he would benefit from the experience. And if not, well, hell, it's only 10 minutes. I helped guide him down to my pond. I set up some lawn chairs, as it was in the upper 50s today and sunny. Felt really nice. I loaded the bowl, gave it to him, and helped him light it. He took 3 huge rips, holding each in probably 20-second bursts. Now, Cody usually holds his eyes closed. The only time I've ever seen his eyes was when I first met him. He has to actively try to open them, because it's a movement he almost never does. He does not have the muscle memory for it, so it takes effort for him.
Wow.
As soon as he let out the last hit,
That's crazy.
His eyes opened. Not just open, they shot wide open. He leaned onto his knees out of the chair. How he could even move, I'm not even sure. But he started sobbing, and he cried for about 10 minutes. As suspected, he cannot say anything but one word about the experience. All he can say, with sobbing tears, is, "So beautiful. So beautiful. I can't. I don't. It's just so beautiful." This was about 10 hours ago. He's still asking me if that is what seeing actually is.
Whoa.
How do I even respond to that? He cannot describe what it is he saw, but he did see something, and he's been blind from birth. I don't know where I go from here, but we both feel as if we have uncovered something more profound than the experience itself.
Whoa, that is wow. So the blind dude that said he wouldn't see anything, he never tried it before. So just think if he tried it. If you've never seen in your whole life and you get visuals, because one thing about DMT, about, diving in, the visuals, you don't see with your eyes. You see with your mind. So you thinking that your eyes got to train you to see. So since you can't see visually and never was, you don't even know what it is. So when you go in and you do this and you get visuals, you get the mind visuals. Oh my God, bro. That's crazy. That is wow. That is wow. Young God, I gotta see it now. Okay. We go That was dope. That was dope. That was dope. I wanna see I wanna see an actual blind guy, you know, that is blind, actually say, say, talk about it they self. Talk about it they self instead of, somebody telling the story of somebody. You know, I want to hear, like, the blind guys, like, tell the whole story of, which, even if he's seen like Anubis or if he's seen any god or anything like that, he's not going to be able to even explain it probably because he has no visual knowledge of anything. So, wait, hold on. Let me see this one right here. What happens when a blind person trips on psychedelics? Okay, healing maps. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me see what this one say. Young God. I'm glad you brought that up. Nah, he ain't talking about it. He not talking about it though. Wait, matter of fact, let me pull this up. Screen capture. Nah, he's not talking about. He's not. I wish somebody. But it would make sense that like if you was blind and you took psychedelics, like why wouldn't you be able to see? Because it's like weird because when you dive in, bro, you looking, you seeing with your third eye. You seeing with your mind's eye. I don't even want to call it the third eye. You seeing with your mind's eye. At times, like you don't even need your eyes to see when you tripping. You don't need your eyes to see. Like a lot of times when you close your eyes, you can still see everything. But I could understand that too because from you looking around, you always saving everything. You save everything as you looking. This is what you do as you seeing this, seeing that, you saving it all. But I don't know, bro. That was deep. I just want another one like that. I would like another experience like that. Because I know this guy right here, he was saying that he, well, let me see right here. Blind person psychedelic experience. Let me see if I can actually find one in another way. Synesthetic hallucinations introduced by psychedelics. What do blind people see when they take LSD? That was crazy though. The blind trip experience. Do a whole video about the blind. I know, right? The blind trip experience. That was crazy. But it's wild because that's the same thing that a person that's the same thing that a person that never took here go one. I think it's on TikTok. I got another one. I think that this say YouTube. Oh snap! Young God, I found another one. Let's go. Excuse me for the curses. They gonna be cursing a little bit on this one, but let me go and share this one and make sure it's not too fast. Hold on. Fair use YouTube. This is fair use.
What happens if a blind person who's been blind their whole life takes psychedelics?
Well, allow this blind guy to fucking enlighten you. The only psychedelics that I've ever done and will ever do is mushrooms. Now we got to address the fact mushrooms taste like ass, and not even like good bleached porn star ass, like 4 hours into the night stripper ass. Now on to the actual tripping. For me, it's like being trapped in this long ass hallway, and there's doors on every single side, right? So I have to open these doors to see what's on the inside, and it's like, oh god, he's fucking a goat. What's in here? Then I get hung up on these dumb thoughts like, am I fucking breathing? It's like, damn, I'm really fucking thirsty. I want some water. Then you find me in the corner like, water drowns people? If I drink this, I'll drown. Then I keep having to play a game of, did I piss on myself?
Nah, that wasn't it. I should have listened to that first. That wasn't it. That wasn't. Because the way he opened the door, he wasn't blind, bro. He was not blind at all. And that had to be a joke. Like, period. People born blind get schizophrenia. Why? What? I didn't know that. Said people that's born blind don't get schizophrenia? How? Let's see. There have been few recently. Okay, let me see this one. Hold on. Let me listen to it first before. Nah, that's it. That's it, bro. That's it. That's all you gonna find right now. Let me see. I wonder if I can see let's see a crazy DMT trip. Try one of those. You're gonna have. Oh dang! Why that pop up again, bro? Why is it doing that? It's tripping. It's like really tripping right now. But let me see. See if I can find somebody's new DMT experience. They told me that. Oh, okay. Here go one. Oh. Okay, here go one for you, young God. This seemed like it's gonna be a good one.
I was experimenting with DMT, trying to discover the truth about reality, as I've always known something unusual was going on here. It was nighttime, and I consumed 2 grams of Syrian rue seeds orally to get some MAOI in my system. I waited around an hour before vaporizing 25 milligrams of yellowish spirit molecule. I laid down and put an eye mask on, and I found myself in a grand palace which had a black and white checkerboard pattern, and there were jester faces in the wall pursuing me, which were ahead of me, while my soul traveled linearly down the palace. Now the jester is an entity that for some reason I have experienced every single time I've taken DMT. It's always in these black and white checkered pattern textured settings.
I see that too, but hold on, I got to show y'all what this look like, because it ain't right if I don't. Fair use, YouTube. Fair to the use. I'll show y'all what this look like, because a lot of times I'll be seeing this too. It be looking like this. Like, it be looking like the same way. It be looking the same way. It be looking like a Masonic temple or something.
Linearly down the palace. Now the jester is an entity that for some reason I have experienced every single time I've taken DMT. It's always in these black and white checkered pattern textured settings. It's some sort of disembodied face, and it has these big bulging eyes with thick black eyeliner. It has a big mouth which switches from frowning to smiling wide in a few seconds, and some sort of tongue it sticks out at you. It has eyebrows too. It has a very mocking vibe, and it seems to try to attempt to scare you. It just seems to stare at you and give you all of its attention. Alright, so I'm in this palace, and these jester faces are in the walls following me. They're sticking their tongues out at me, and I do the same back at them.
I never could understand why they do that, though. Why they be doing little stuff to mess with you. But this is this 751. Okay.
Nothing particularly interesting happens, and the trip ends in about 14 minutes thanks to the MAOI extending it a bit. I found myself unimpressed, not really getting much out of this trip, and I spend the next 10 minutes debating if I should go deeper. And I decide to do so. I decide to experiment with music to see if it influences anything.
Yes, it
I load
does.
up 30 milligrams.
Yes, it does.
Lay back and slip on the eye mask. Immediately, I'm back in the checkered palace. The jesters are there too, where they had just been.
What?
I'm completely disinterested in it and sort of ignore it, and I say to myself, what a freaking circus, commenting to the palace, as it always seems like these clowns or jesters are in these befitting circuses. And I was completely disenfranchised with them at this point, so I was basically sick of them and essentially turned my attention away from them. Then suddenly something happened. The jesters and the checkerboard pattern vanished, and the trip suddenly started transforming with color and geometry. This kaleidoscopic, beautiful geometric circle or mandala of many colors, primarily pinkish and purplish tones.
Hey, you know what's wild though, young guy? I know it looks scary, it looked creepy, but it always do that, and then you get to this part to where, man, the gestures is not. Look, I heard people say that the gestures are evil, but they might be to you, but not to me, bro, not to me, because like going even further in, you find out what part of you the gestures actually are, and it's a lot of times when you see the gestures and you get past all that ugly stuff, that's when they get beautiful.
Started manifesting in front of me. It grew larger and larger as my soul moved towards it, and suddenly this massive keyhole-shaped portal or door materializes in the middle of it, and behind it there were more doors. Eventually they all opened, and this humanoid entity walked through them. This humanoid entity had a green head which seemed like an inverted triangle. It was quite unattractive and honestly ugly. It had a bullish, cow-shaped head. It donned this wizard-looking purple, pinkish maroon robe, and the seams of the robe had some golden alien inscription letters on them. I felt that it was an entity of great power and had a high standing. It moved towards me, and suddenly everything vanished. It felt like this entity had intercepted me. I'm teleported somewhere.
Wow, that is wow, bro. Cause when I dove in one time, like I seen something that looked at like a humanoid alien type creature, right? And it was standing at this big clear like glass see-through screen that was actually like a board that you can like do little stuff on. And like I'm down here looking up at it, and I'm like, oh shit! I'm like, what the fuck? And it looked at me, and it like looked at me a couple of times, and then did something on the board, and it all disappeared. It all disappeared, and I'm like, man, I was tripping out.
Everything was very dark, and I don't recall any visuals exactly. I feel like a more pure form of consciousness or awareness at this point, occupying a singular point in space, and my ego is objectified. I'm still aware of my human identity, but I'm not attached to it. I feel the presence of a council of entities surrounding me, and I'm in the middle of them all. They sort of feel subordinate to me and short of stature. And suddenly a monsoon of information is downloaded into my brain, and everything is completely overwhelming.
Wow.
They were basically saying telepathically that you are the eternal ultimate awareness which has always existed, and everything exists as a form of entertainment and experience for you. And there is nothing else to do. You have been doing this for all of eternity.
That's what I hate. This is the story I get every time I dive in now. This is the story I get right here every time I dive in now. I don't care what I'm seeing. It always turns around and come back to this, to where you are that infinite thing, that infinite entity. You're creating all this. All this is for your entertainment, your enjoyment. This is all for you. You did it. And you decided to go and get lost in it, and it's like, how? Like, no.
What's strange is that I already sort of deduced that this was the purpose of reality long before I tried DMT, so they may have just been feeding back to me the assumptions I already had about reality. So I then react by saying, are you serious? Is this all that this is? Because I always wanted to be wrong about what I thought about reality, but instead this council was basically confirming my beliefs. They replied, well, what else were you expecting? And I felt one of the entities in the council get sad. I'm assuming due to my reaction. I sort of reached out to them and quickly apologized. No, I'm sorry. Don't be sad. And that's the last thing I remember while in the presence of that council. They then disappear, and it feels like I'm thrown down the DMT realm, sort of floating in a black void. I'm quite comfortable here. It feels like a womb. I'm becoming more lucid at this point of our consensus reality. The music starts to reappear. I don't even ever recall hearing it while I was in the trip. I found myself agitated and frustrated. I ripped off my eye mask and got out of bed. I started swearing at everything in the room, and I also said unusual things which I reflect on to this day. And for the record, the trip lasted about 17 minutes.
Dang,
do
that's
whatever the
kinda
freak you
long.
want. As in, if you want to climb Mount Everest, go do that. If you want to be a musician, go do that. This trip made me feel like anything is possible, and a person is limitless. God exists. I created him. I was speaking from the perspective in the context of being the ultimate awareness, implying that the ultimate consciousness invented God, which is interesting. I've only recently come across the concept that God and the Godhead are different, which is probably what I was referring to in this moment for some reason. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Okay, that was one of the more interesting trips that I've come across. Okay, what did you think about it? What did you think about the gestures that he saw in this grand palace with the black and white?
Man, that's deep. 757, 751, 751. That's deep, though. But like you were saying about the gestures being evil, Like that's like when I first seen the octopuses on Mushies. That's what everybody was telling me about the octopus. Like, don't trust the octopus. The octopus is this. The octopus is that. And then once it made me more scared of them when I seen them. It made me have more fear of that octopus creature when I seen it. And then once I gave in to the octopus creature, it explained reality to me and realities and how we go in and out of the realities. Like the same with the gestures. Like, well, I never had fear of the gestures. I just heard Joe Rogan talk about them, and I heard Terrence McKenna talk about them. And so when I finally seen them, I felt like I got far. Like I got pretty far in my travels and where I'm trying to get to. So when I seen, which the first time I seen them, I cried like a baby. I was spooked. I was scared because how? That, maybe that's it. How? But then when I took a large dose of, I don't know if it was the Mushies or the 4-ACO, I was the gestures. Like it was a curtain, bro. It was a curtain. I was on this side and I'm sitting there and I'm looking at these gestures and I'm crying because they doing all kind of stuff and they scaring me, looking their tongue out, flipping me off, saying stuff, and they scaring me, and I keep on trying to cover my face so I can't see them. And like I'm crying, bro. And then it was a curtain behind them. And then behind that curtain, it was me. I was on the other side of that curtain, and my hands was up under the curtain controlling the gestures, making them scare me. And I'm like, I'm looking at it in third person, but I can see through the eyes of both of these on each side. And I'm like going, why? Like, I just, the only thing I could say was, why are you doing that to yourself? Like, why are you doing that to yourself? But it was like in that moment right there, it was showing me this same thing right here, that you are the infinite consciousness playing this thing, being this thing. It was showing me in all the different ways. Every step that you took, everything that you did, you paved that way. You made that story for yourself. You made it what you wanted it to be. You feel me? How's it a thing? I don't know. But like him, I didn't want to accept it. I still write today. I go, nah, it's impossible. I can understand it, but I'm still like, nah, that's impossible. Like how, like, and it showed me so many times. It's like, now I'm like going, okay, is this cause I always looked at it like that too. Cause somebody said Gnostic or something like that. And I always looked at that also, like when you start off, and you first start diving into psychedelics, as you go on, the more that you go through all the terms of religions. You go through every belief system, and you start from the beginning until you get to the top one. Which the top one is actually the infinite first one. It's not even the top one. It's the first one. It's the underlying belief that started all the others. Like all these other ones is just reflections of the one. That's all they are. They are reflections of the one. And it's like, golly, bro. But yeah, as me, you like, I think that's why we kind of keep going. You feel me? Because a lot of things, like you gotta like, in order to put something in the evil category, it had to make you do something bad. Just because you was scared of it, don't make it evil. It had to make you do something bad or evil. Like, you can't name anybody that seen the gestures and the gestures made them go out and rob a bank. Oh, the gestures made them go out and steal a car. The gestures made them go steal some money. That's something we cannot say. I never heard anybody say, I seen the gestures and they told me I need to go around and start offing people. Nobody has ever said that. We're scared because this place that exists that we never been to before. We're stepping on somewhere we don't recall ever being, but we've been there before. So it's like everything that we see and we calling it scary. It was like the same thing I was saying about a spider. When your girl see a spider, she come and get you to kill it. You look at the spider, you like that little baby spider. Like you 10 times, you 1,000, a million times bigger than that spider, and you coming to get me to step on this little tiny spider. And it's like, it's the same thing with, like, I feel like with the jesters and a lot of things that you see on psychedelics, because I have not had, like, I never had an experience where it told me to do something bad. I've never had an experience where it told me to do something evil. If it was explaining life to me and showing me the evil that people do, that was different. It was showing me it. But the way it was showing me, it was like, dang, it was like it was me. Like, it was like weird. It showed me and put me in the shoes of what that person was doing. But it never made me go and do anything to harm anybody or even harm myself. Like, these are decisions that we make. I ain't heard, well, even if it said F you, even if it flipped me off and it told me I wasn't shit, it never did tell me once to go out and do something wrong. It always showed me, oh, look, this is why you look at things like this. Like, oh, like the gestures, right? Like one time I did DMT early in the morning and bam, I seen this. That's where I got the fuckery box. And it was that box, and it had all the evil stuff in it, which was only a centipede in a black and white bathroom swimming all around the room. But from me just looking at that, all I could see was all the evil, the death, the murder. That's all I could see. I couldn't see nothing else. Everything bad that was bad that we didn't like was what I could see all at one time. And that's the experience when I was crying. That's why I was crying, because I was seeing that, and the gestures was in there too. But the next time, I think I went in like a week later or a little while later, and then I seen the gestures, and like it was like this Masonic temple. It was a room that they was in. It had the black and white floors. It had 2 tall pillars on the side, and they was jumping around, and they was flipping me off, and they was saying different stuff, and then they went like this. And what was sitting on the table was the box that I was scared of. And like, it was a female jester sitting on the table with her leg crossed, kicking her feet like this. And what they were saying was, look at all that. They said, look at all the space outside of this box. But the only thing that you could focus on was the ugliness inside of this box. And then, because on the trip, when I was looking at the box, on the outside of the box, bro, it was outer space. All the planets and everything. I couldn't even focus on them. I was so focused on the fuckery box that I couldn't focus on the beauty that was outside of that. And they kept pointing in the box going, look, you was focused. And that's what they were saying, like, you was focused on that, and you couldn't even see the beauty of everything else. You couldn't see it because your focus was right there. And I'm like going, what the heck, bro? It was trippy. But I'm going, dang, I never thought about actually just doing this. Huh? Oh, dang. Okay. It's about to be your bedtime, that's why, huh? Dang. Well, usually we do it on Sundays and Saturdays anyway. I know, and we did on what, Sunday? Or was that Saturday? Friday? Oh, yeah, the day. Okay. Well, all right. If we don't, we'll do it tomorrow. Yeah. Yep. I think I get off at like 3:30. So, yeah, after I get off, I'll pick you up, and then we can watch it. Man, close the door. I'm live right now. I'm lit. You up here? Like, dang, I'm the parent. I think sometimes I'm the parent, sometimes I ain't. But no, let's see. I'm gonna see if I can catch another one of these. That was pretty good, man. I forgot. I remember I used to do this kind of back in the day. So go over other people's experiences. They be so close to mine, shoot. Like, they be so close, bro. But once you start getting over that fear, it's like nothing can stop you. Like, once you get over the fear of yourself, the fear that you create of your experiences, like, nothing can stop you, bro. Nothing can stop you. DMT sent me to a disco in the sky. I don't want to see, you know, I talked about that a long time ago, and then Comedy Central started dropping the videos of the DMT experiences, with doing it in cartoon. I was like, dang, that's what we was trying to do. But hey, I guess they marketed it better. They had, you know, they started going to get most of the actors and stuff. Oh, here we go. Wait, is this 751 again? I almost lost my mind. Oh, well, let me see if this got some music, and we're going to get into this one next. I want to hear this. I finally broke through on, oh, woo. I think I watched this one before. I finally broke through on DMT. I'm not sure. Heartbreaking experience. Oh, dang. I want to see this dude. Who is this? Morgue Official? Oh, dang. I never seen no no dark person. You feel me? This is a morgue official. I never seen a dark person, like, you know, a person like, you know, like dark, you know what I mean? Like into, you know, stuff like that. Like dive in on DMT. So I want to see this. So yeah, this fair use, YouTube, fair use. Leave me alone.
And very important to me. I've been getting a lot of people asking me to describe my experiences with DMT, and I'm going to share this with you now. Just keep in mind that this was an extremely emotional experience. I had someone assisting me during this. I took one very large hit and exhaled after holding it in for a moment. Then exhaled, I started coughing because it's very harsh on the lungs, and in just a few seconds, I was going to reach for a glass of water, but then it hit me immediately, and I began to fall back. And the person who was helping me said, no, you need to take another hit. And I said, no, I don't. And she said, yes, you do. Take another hit. And I said, no, I don't. And the reason why I was so adamant that I didn't need to take another hit was because I was so far gone at that point. And remember, it had just been a few seconds. Immediately, all definitions vanished. And not only would I not have been able to take another hit physically, but I wasn't even able to conceptualize what it meant to take a hit. For those of you who aren't familiar, DMT incapacitates you. It renders you unable to move. So I laid back with my eyes shut, and I find myself at the end of time. And this is where I have the most heartbreaking experience of my life. I find myself in a total void. There is nothing. There is no physical existence whatsoever. There is no space. There is no time. And there is nothing but me. There is only one entity in all of existence, and that is just me, single and alone. Now within this...
See? What? I wasn't even trying to get here. Look, I wasn't even trying to watch It's Just You. I don't know. The algorithm is kind of tripping right now, but I didn't even want to get into that, but it's like, dang. When I hit the void, it wasn't like that, though. It was pitch blackness. I didn't know anything. I didn't know words. I didn't know that I was in blackness. The only reason I knew is once I came back to the light and I started getting my memory and everything back, that I was in blackness. But it's like...
black, dark void. I want you to imagine a single black cube within this void. A single cube that is a room. I then find myself inside of this room, and this room is filled with a neon magenta light. There isn't anything inside of the room, and it's not a very large room at all. It's quite small. There aren't any features of any kind whatsoever, just a perfect cubicle room filled with magenta light. And directly in front of me is another being. Now, please keep in mind how incredibly difficult this is to describe, but this other being was myself. They had split off from me. And not only was this being split from me, but it was my complete and total opposite. Now, I want to say that it was a she, but this was completely beyond gender. I'm just trying to use some kind of words to describe.
I can... Who opened the door? Oh. I'm going, wait. Yeah. I'm not even going to comment on that one. I'm just let that...
this. So this she was me, my opposite. and my perfect match. So this other being was completely black and featureless. No eyes, no mouth, just an inky black shadowy figure. I knew that that is exactly what I looked like as well. The point about all this was that it was the bare minimum necessary to be able to have
Kevin. Kevin, don't do it, man, because I was thinking that you said it, or thank you, because I wasn't going to say it. I'm still not going to say it, but, you know, it's there, you know. Oh my God, bro. Let's just
have any experience whatsoever. For example, we needed a room to be able to experience distance and location. There needed to be an other in order to have a communication. This other was the perfect partner, and we shared a perfect love, the deepest love, an indescribable love. It was literally a piece of me split off. So this was the end of time. All contradictions had been resolved. All differences had been put away. It was absolute perfection where everything came together into one being, and we shared this deep love and this deep connection that's indescribable. But this was, again, the end of time, and there was nothing left to do because we had done it all. We had experienced everything. We had experienced the infinite joys, the infinite sorrows, the infinite ups and downs, the tears, the laughter, the wars, the killings, the happiness, the joys, everything. Everything beautiful, everything horrible. We had experienced it all. All that was possible to experience had been done, and we were now at the end of time. There was nothing left but just us. But there was nothing left to do.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of dope, though, because that's what it seemed like it's getting to. Because once we then did it all, and once then experienced life as everything, then what? Oh, yeah, dang. We're going to go do it again. Like, this is the thing. You could never get enough of coming in as a new experiencer in the world. Like, you could never, like, everybody that comes in is going to make a new world and going to look at it newer. Everybody. It's not going to matter. What galaxy and quadrant did you warp to? Hey, but that's trippy, bro. That's trippy.
So here we were, together, in this room. And what we did was, we made an agreement with each other that we would forget and we would shatter ourselves to create the universe, so that we could once again throw ourselves into existence, so that we could come to know each other.
Wow, that is scary. Hey, remember I had the experience to where it was like these fractals that were shaped like, you know, weird triangles or something like that, and then it would shatter and it'd hit the ground and it'd say God. And I'm like, wait, what the heck? And then it'll build back up, and then it'll shatter, and all of the fractals will hit the ground and be spread everywhere, and it'll be like creation. And I'm like, what is you talking about? But it kept doing it over and over again. It'll shatter, God, creation, God, creation. And it was like, dang, okay. I understand what he's saying, basically what I'm saying. Homie over here. I think homie downtown walking around. Hey, yeah, I think so too. He probably will. We all
once again, we made this decision, and I can't tell you how heartbreaking this decision was to make, because we knew that it must be done, and so we agreed in that room to begin this process of forgetting and fracturing. And I felt it.
Y'all ain't gonna keep talking about him. I'm watch that later. But no, that was a dope experience though, because that's almost what Rob was saying about the pyramids. Remember when Rob said that he built the pyramid, he watched the pyramids get built, and then he broke them down, and then he built them again. Then he broke them down and he built them again. It's like that's what we doing though, over and over again. But that was oh wow, he did look kind of scared. I just wanted to see, because it's like somebody like that's dark like that, you would think that they would see something real dark and come back and say, I seen the devil, I spoke with him, he said they lied about him. That's what he looked like. They lying. I know they is. Oh, okay. Look at this guy. Do he look normal? What about him, y'all? Okay, yeah, we're gonna use him.
What up? Welcome back to.
Okay, fair use, YouTube. Fair use. Let's hear this dude. He kind of looked like homeboy from Deadpool. This Deadpool best friend right here. But let's hear what he.
Don't watch it. All right, let's get right into it. So I tried
Sex and
DMT
space.
while I was active in my substance use. All right. During this time, I was abusing opiates, benzos, other tranquilizers.
Dang.
You know, basically sedatives, stimulants, like anything I can get my hands on, all right? But I was very consistent with the opiates and the benzos. So someone ended up coming
That's
over to my
a
house
lot.
and they said, hey, I got some DMT, you wanna try it? I was like, okay, cool, word. Like I really would not decline anything at that point. And so basically I ended up taking a rip of it out of a bong and I held it in as long as I could. Usually it is encouraged for you to take 3 rips of it, and
Everybody
that is what
say
causes
that,
what is
huh?
identified as a breakthrough.
Peter,
all right.
huh?
But I ended up cashing out the whole thing in one rip, and I held it in, I ghosted it, and I didn't really blow anything out. Nothing happened. And I was like, okay, that was nothing. You know what I mean? So I went about my day. I continued to get, you know, messed up on opiates and benzos, you know, smoked blunts and, you know, whatever I did during that day. And I really just thought nothing of it. I was like, I guess I didn't try enough of it. Okay. And so when I went to sleep though, something kind of crazy happened. So I went to sleep and I was in a different body. So I was actively another person, and I was conscious that I was old and that my life was coming to an end. I was sitting on a porch and I was on a farm. And in my head, I was someone who worked as a slave. I say worked, but who was taken advantage of as a slave. And at this point, I was not in that position anymore. Okay? This is really a taboo thing to say. I understand. That was what happened. And in that life, I was finally at a place that I was content and happy. I was sitting on a porch drinking iced tea. All right. And then I could remember a whole lifetime. Like I could remember my life. I remembered everything leading up to that. And I remembered feeling a sense of accomplishment that I was no longer in that same position anymore. And it was really weird. It was really, really weird. When I woke up out of it, I was like, what was that? Like I felt like I wasn't asleep. I felt like that life had ended and that was my past life, literally. So, I mean, I'm going to keep it really, really.
Hey, that's wild, because like we be saying that, what if that's what happens when you go to sleep though? Because like on a lot of my experiences, like whenever I was somebody else, like I would get their memories. I would get what they did the day before, places they went and ate. Like especially the one dude. Remember when I seen the dude in the clouds and it was like a bridge, almost like the one on dang, I keep on forgetting dude name with the hammer. Thor. Like how that bridge is, it was like a bridge, something like that, built into the clouds. And as I got closer to the bridge, at the bottom of the clouds, at the bridge thing, it was a guy, you know, looked like I don't know, like he was dressed in like, you know, something like, you know, back in the days, but Egypt or something, I don't know. But he was standing there, and the closer I got to him, I started to become him, and I started to get his memories. And like the more they started to pour in of certain stuff that he was doing on previous days and whatever, it just disappeared. I forgot what happened that made it disappear. Now I'm gonna have to go find that experience. I'm gonna have to go find that. Was a dope one too. But wow, bro. And then how did it take all day for it to happen? It took until nighttime, and then it hit him in the night. That's crazy. It hit him at nighttime. Oh yeah, I gotta see this dude. He looked like he about to say, this gonna be the last one. Then I gotta, matter of fact, no, I'm gonna have to stop because it's been an hour and 20. I'm gonna stop. I'll chime back in tomorrow. I'm gonna stop right there because yeah, it was about to get crazy. I think in the morning I'm gonna have to go back to one of mine and do one of my good ones. One of my good ones. It's wild because I took them all off of YouTube and I put them on a hard drive, and like dang, my first ones though, like all them times like I was diving in on DMT, like I don't have all of them. They're on a hard drive that I can't get to. But on that note, I'm about to chime out. You feel me? Get Blake an extra 30 minutes to be up so we can watch some anime. And yeah, man, I'm out of here. You know, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out. Y'all have a good night. Good night rest. Don't be dreaming that you know slave and you didn't accomplish something, and then, you know, you at the end drinking some iced tea, that which is crazy. That is crazy to think about. At the end, boom, drinking iced tea, got that iced tea, and then you can remember all that you went through as a slave, the accomplishments and how you got out of it.